From inside Tropicana Field here in Tampa Bay, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And today's starter, Drew Rasmussen. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. And that's fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Save.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure.
That's a ball.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't.
Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Nope.
Barger went deep in his most recent game.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Man at second. Swing and a ball popped up. Fortes under it. Then there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. It features a great veteran presence, George Springer.
This guy had an on-base percentage of over 400 last month. That's just telling you he's taking his walks, he's getting his knocks, he's finding some holes. Everything just going really well for him right now. But don't overlook the fact that that happens because he's having consistently good at-bats.
And a big swing and a miss.
Ball.
One out, the runner at second here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, Billy, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
George Springer in the box now. Takes strike 1. This one in the air, right field. Bounces over the wall in foul ground. It's an automatic double. As they jump ahead, a run scores.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
Fastball for a strike. And there's a foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Now a pop-up on the infield. Walls. And that'll do it. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to the bottom of the first. Blue Jays 2, the Rays nothing. Back now in Tampa Bay. And today's starting pitcher, Shane Bieber. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Ball. That's inside.
Base hit center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting second, first baseman,
And now the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda. 2 RBIs last night. 2 of the 3 runs they scored in the game.
Hey.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Batting third baseman.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
No.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Pinango should have this one. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out.
Batting fourth.
Now a look at Kevin Cash's lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. A very athletic offensive group with speed spread throughout this offense.
Yeah, and it's so important that they have patient and quality at bats, because the key is to get on base. If they do that, then they can create a whole lot of havoc on the base paths, get runners around the score, and then that's going to get you some good pitches to hit as well. So a very athletic team, and we should be in for a treat in this one.
It's not the standard approach that we see in today's game, but it does work for them offensively.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
This to third, Okamoto. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. We head to the second here at Tropicana Field. Blue Jays 2, the Rays nothing. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. New inning getting started, and now for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk. Ground ball left side, fair ball, and the leadoff man aboard.
Batting eighth, right fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
Right through there for a strike. Swings through that one for strike 2. Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible.
Got him swinging.
Well, that was the cutter down and in right there. And typically, if you're going to have a chance with the pitch, if it's down, that's your best chance of doing anything with it. It's kind of like a mini slider, just with a little less vertical movement. But still, that one tied him up, and he couldn't get the barrel to it.
Hit in the air, left field. Simpson settles under this one. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Blue Jays, second
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Now it's the second baseman, Davis Schneider. He led off the game with a single and then came around to score.
Hey.
Popped up first base side. Lux gets under it. And that is that. Blue Jays held in check, but they're on top 2-0. Back here in Tampa Bay, and stepping in for the Rays, Jake Fraley.
Jake Fraley.
Hey.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. That one lifted to left. Springer moving in on this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Batting sixth, center fielder Cedric Mullins.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Ball, that's low.
Got him. That's out number two.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
On the ground, Guerrero. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. After two, it's a 2-0 ball game. Top half of the third inning, and now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Aye.
Foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Hit hard, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. The 0-1, and a swing and a miss there.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
That missed by a lot. Ball one.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got him. One away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. One out man at first. Kazuma Okamoto next up for the Blue Jays. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
This one in the air, center field. Mullins under it. And there's two down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, left fielder George Springer.
Aye.
The 0-2. Guerrero, the runner at first with two gone. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. One left for Toronto. They're up 2-0. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers.
All one.
Line drive, and it stays fair. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
batting ninth.
Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
That's a strike. That one almost got him. Now this one gets away from the catcher. Throws to second, but he's in there easily. And now a man into scoring position.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up in the scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Man at second. Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and that leaves him with runners at first and third after a tricky play.
Chandler Simpson.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Chandler Simpson, the next to hit. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. That one a little bit high, and it's 1-0. That clips the corner.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Jimenez. The flip. 1 at second. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
That misses the zone. Ball 1.
Hey!
Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the third. That one ripped left field. That's down. 1 hops off the wall.
Up next for the Rays, third baseman.
Junior Caminero digs in now. Fly to center his first time. And that drops in for a strike. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Ball in.
The 1-0. Up the middle. And that's a base hit. Here comes the runner. Here's the throw. Safe. We are tied at 2.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Jake Fraley next to hit for the Rays. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Popped in the air, left field. And that will end the inning. 3 innings complete. We are tied 2-2. Back here at Tropicana Field, it's that time of the season. Let's check out some notable trade candidates. That's in there. Strike one.
Well, these Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Oh, 0-2 now. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's got a chance. Bangs off the wall. Throw is high and over his head. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Strike one.
And obviously a lot of credit for all those chases and strikeouts goes to the pitching. It's been nasty, but you can.
To third. Tag, and he's out at the plate.
I think he could have had a better read than that. With the infield back and a ball on the ground, you're expected to score if you're going to go. To get thrown out at home plate, that's probably a bad jump by the base runner, but an excellent play on defense.
Go ahead run on base. Jesus Sanchez next up for the Blue Jays. That one hammered but pulled foul.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
One away, tie game, go ahead run stands at first. Top half of inning number 4. In the air to left center. Mullins moving under it. He's got it. And there are 2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, shortstop Andres Jimenez.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
That gets by him. Headed for the plate. The relay throw. He's safe. It's 3-2.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
So runner at second, 2 down. Davis Schneider will hit next.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Man on second, 2 down. Fouls one off. 2-2. Check swing on the 2-2. Appeal to first. Did not go. Payoff pitch. Swing and a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Man at second. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That's to third. And that'll do it. The Jays push across a run on this double. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's an AL East matchup here on bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Rays, Cedric Mullins.
Center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
Ball
Right now,
inside.
behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
This one popped up. Jimenez settles underneath it, and there's one down.
Up next.
And
for the
here's a
Rays,
look at how he's
second
using his
baseman,
pitches in this one.
Gavin Lux.
A little bit
No,
low.
that's down.
Ball 1. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Flashes the leather on the running catch. 2 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Fortes batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. On a line out towards center. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing doing here this half. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Blue Jays 3, the Rays 2. We go to the top of the 5th, and now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. In safely with a double, his 2nd of the day.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Well, these Blue Jays, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Can't get there, and that should bring in the run. Vladdy coming around 3rd. And they lead by 2. Safely into 3rd. It's an RBI triple.
Comes through with the RBI. He tried to jam him inside with the cutter, and he got it in there, but I have a feeling he was sitting on that pitch, that location, because he was all over it.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Kazuma Okamoto next up. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall, should score the run. In to score from 3rd. And they take a 3-run lead.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Fastball almost got him there. High fly ball out towards left field. Carrying well. And he makes the catch. Runner tags at 2nd. And he makes it up to 3rd with 1 away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, center fielder, Yohendrick Pinango.
So up next for Toronto, Yohendrick Pinango, 1 for 2. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Ball
No,
one
that's
low.
down.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, catcher Alejandro Kirk.
That's a base hit as a run scores.
Well done,
Up
drives
next
in the
for the
run.
Blue Jays,
That pretty much split the
right
zone
fielder,
down the middle, and those are the
Sanchez.
ones where you got to make them pay.
So up next for Toronto, Jesus Sanchez.
Ball, that's inside.
Already 3 runs across in the frame, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Hey.
Right through there for a strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. Hauls it in to end the inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Blue Jays 6, the Rays 2. It's an AL East matchup. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture.
Taylor Wall.
Well, these Rays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Pinango takes it in for the out. 1 down.
And you know we're living in the launch angle era, but today feels like we're being treated to a throwback performance, talking about those ground ball numbers in this one.
Nobody on the team has more stolen bases than he does this season, Chris. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Up next for the Rays, first baseman Jonathan
Digging in,
Aranda.
Jonathan Aranda. He's 2 for 2. Simpson at first, 1 gone. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. The throw in, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Up next for the Rays, third baseman Junior Caminero.
Hey.
Two on, 1 out. That one fouled off. Way
That's
inside.
inside.
On the ground, could be 2. On to second, they get 1. Double play as they get out of another jam, and the inning ends. We're through 5. It's the Blue Jays 6, the Rays 2. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. We're back, and here's a look at how we got to this stage of the game. So up next,
Leading
Andres
off for
Jimenez.
Toronto, shortstop Andres Jimenez.
Out towards right center field. And there's one away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, second baseman Davis Schneider.
Hey!
Fouled off left side. Hit on the ground to short. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Up next for the Blue Jays, first baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
One down. Now the number 2 hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Vladdy, a former Gold Glove winner, 27 years old, and he's a former Home Run Derby champ.
Ball 2.
There goes the runner. That one fouled off. 2-2. Man at first, one away. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Two now. That
That's a
one
ball.
missed. Swings through it for the K. He didn't make it
Up
easy
next
for him on the
for
mound,
Blue Jays,
but they still get the
designated hitter,
strikeout.
Addison Barker.
Swing and a ground ball into the outfield, base hit. And now 2 aboard. And he'll pull into second safely.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Kazuma Okamoto next up for the Blue Jays. Right through there for a strike. And that one fouled off. The Blue Jays trying to break this one open. And we're the top half of the 6th. Stays alive. Out of bounce right side. The underhand flip, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Blue Jays leave a pair. They lead it 6-2. Bottom of the 6th. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Yandy. Yes. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Bounce to third. Whips it across. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Up next for the Rays, right fielder, Jake Fraley.
Foul ball there. The Jays leading by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. In the air, left field, down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Breaking ball, and that got him.
First base.
Up next for the Rays.
One gone, runner at first. Now up for Tampa Bay, Cedric Mullins. Quick toss to first, and he's back in safely.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A 2-run homer, his 17th of the year, and they close the gap. It's 6-4. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the fresh shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That's it for Shane Bieber, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Braden Fisher.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Fought off foul. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Up next for the Rays,
Nick Fortes next to hit for the Rays. Fortes hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That one carrying out of here. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tie it up. It's 6-6. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself. At bat after at bat, he's that confident.
Well, he almost robbed a home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
A little bit low. Ball 1.
Ball 2.
Line drive, base hit. And now the lineup turns over with one away.
up next
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Braden Fisher done for the night, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
Tyler Rogers into the game.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than one hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Chandler Simpson.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
And a swing and a miss. One away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throw. Save. That's a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. The 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. 2 down.
Up next for the Rays, first baseman Jonathan Aranda.
And there's the ball. 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. On the ground to first. Takes it himself. Inning over. Although plenty of damage done. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. 7th inning coming up. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on The Show Canada.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Rays,
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Cole Sulser.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Tied at 6. Here's George Springer to start it off. Shoots a line drive single into right center, so the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift on to the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it.
Fastball for a strike. To the right side. There's one. A sensational double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
So digging in, Alejandro Kirk. Oh, he gloves it. Down in order go the Blue Jays. So we're still tied at 6. Back now in Tampa Bay, and stepping in for the Rays, Junior Caminero.
Junior Caminero.
Strike on the inside corner.
Oh, that's upstairs.
Right through there for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. One away. Big time out leading off the home 7th.
No, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Ball.
All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th.
Ball 2.
Up the middle. Oh, great stop to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Up next for the Rays, right fielder, Jake Fraley.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Tyler Rogers gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for Toronto.
New pitcher now for the Jays, Brendan Little.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
And stepping in for the Rays, Jake Fraley. Fouled off. He was late. Two down, nobody on. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. Nothing doing for Tampa. This game remains tied at 6. Back here in Tampa Bay, and now for the Jays, Jesus Sanchez. Right through there for a strike. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
The 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the 0-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And he'll challenge that called strike.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
This one in the air, right field. That gets down for a hit. And the go-ahead run is on base. Safe at second with nobody out, and that double has the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. A lot riding on this next at-bat now as they look to take the lead at a critical point in this one.
Nope, that's a ball.
And that one hit to first. And he's out on the tag.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
So up next, Davis Schneider. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
And fouled off. The 1-1. Just missed.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. This would be a big pickup if he can push a run across.
Now all even up. This one in the air, center field. Brings it in. Here comes the runner from third. Runner from third in to score. They lead it in the eighth.
What a time to miss the cutoff, Boog. If he puts that throw on the money, they've got a chance to get that runner at home. Instead, a critical run scores. That could swing this game.
Off the mark there. And that's ball one. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Vlad swings, drives one deep left field. Carrying well. Out of here. Vladdy with a star scraper. Homer number 25 on the year. And they add on. It's 8-6. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 0-2. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Fraley on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. Last half of the 8th coming up. Bottom of the 8th.
And
here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
Center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen, A.J. Minter. The closer. Getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Hoffman getting cranked up as well. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Chopper to second. Schneider whips it to first. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. The Blue Jays up by 2 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And down on strikes, and 2 away now.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else and you can't pull the trigger.
Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. What a play. Inning over. Down in order go the Rays. Can't cut into an 8-6 deficit.
Now pitching for the
The pitcher
Rays,
on here,
number
Craig Kimbrell.
46.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto.
Kazuma Okamoto.
Hey!
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Kimbrel measures 6 feet even, 37 years young. And he's a former Rookie of the Year. The 0-2. And that's a strikeout looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still 2 challenges left for them. Here's a 1-2. Line drive, base hit. Now he launches a throw over his head. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
Up next for the Blue Jays, left fielder George Springer.
And that one ripped to left. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Blue Jays, center fielder Yohendrick Pinango.
And now Yohendrick Pinango. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Oh, the throw is over his head. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
Up next for the Blue Jays, catcher Alejandro Kirk.
Off the plate, ball 1.
And a foul ball.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
2 on, 1 out. Makes the grab, and there's 2 out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Next to hit, Jesus Sanchez. That's in there. That's strike 1.
This is a batter who loves to produce late in ball games. He doesn't shy away from the big moment.
In the air, left field. And that is that. Blue Jays leave a pair. They lead at 8-6. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, A.J. Minter.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Hey!
In the air, right field, Sanchez has a beat on it. And there's 1 away.
Up next for the Rays, left fielder Chandler Simpson.
Up the middle, and that's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Now here is Jonathan Aranda.
First baseman Jonathan Aranda.
Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
Ball 1.
The tying run at the plate. And that is out of play. 1-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Here's a 1-2. And a ground ball to first. Slides for the stop. And that's a great play for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
That's in there. Strike one. The Jays trying to close out a 2-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. And there's a base hit to the left. The hype is real, Singy, as he comes through once again. Tack on another to that hit streak.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Yandy Diaz now. That one's in there. 0-1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving to a walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
The Rays down to their final strike. Chopped on the ground. Jimenez. And that is the ball game.
But we saw both teams come ready to swing it in this one, and they found a lot of success. Couple of touchdowns up on the board today. Pretty amazing, and it turned out to be a close one, considering all the runs put up. Really wild.
And a final 8-7. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
I let the market decide.